Hello, home service business owners. It's Mike Andes, and today we're going to be doing a very special live stream of a whole bunch of different websites. Now, one thing I don't talk a lot about my content in terms of frequency is just how important your website is for growing a home service business. If you look at any successful 7-figure plus home service businesses, the likelihood of them having a great looking website that loads well on mobile devices, is fast and responsive, has an estimate request form above the fold, the vast majority of them do. And yet, so many of us focus on what type of equipment we're going to buy, what kind of trucks we're going to buy, we can't hire people, all these other things, when the vast majority of us, if we would just fix the lead problem in our business and we had tons of work coming in from our website, a lot of these other problems would be solved. You're like, oh, no, I need to make profit. Well, you can make more profit by raising prices if you had so many leads coming in that you knew if you raised prices, you'd still have a lot of leads coming in. And so when it comes to your website, I genuinely believe if you're a solo operator, or you're just getting started, that you're able to charge an additional $5 to $10 more per hour simply by having a great looking website, because the perceived value that the customer puts on your business from that website. If you're a large company, I genuinely believe that in addition to just having a price increase due to the perceived value, you also get a massive advantage of leads coming to you without you having to pay for every incremental new lead. This is, in my opinion, what keeps small business small in the home service industries, and that is the fact that we are constantly renting out the attention of our customers because we don't have a great website. And we pay Angie's List, Home Advisor, Google, Facebook, and all these other services fees, essentially renting space and attention of the customer from them because they've figured it out, and yet we just pick up the scraps. And so whether it be Thumbtack that will charge you $60, $70, $80, and then they will simply go run the ads. They will have a great looking website that looks good on mobile and targets the customer and has an estimate request form. These are all things that you can do. And so at homeservicewebdesign.com, we've built hundreds of websites for every possible home service industry you can think of. Today, I'm going to be going through all of the home service industries that are not in the green industry. So if you're thinking lawn care, landscaping, etc., go look at my other channel, How to Start a Lawn Care Business. I'm going to do an entire deep dive on hundreds of other websites and what they can improve. Now, today what we're going to do, instead of me talking about how to improve your website and how to put the form here and how to do your pictures and how to do your video and how to do your branding, I'm simply going to look at dozens of other home service businesses and their websites. They have asked me to assess their website. Actually, back on September the 13th, I turned 29, and on that day, I said, hey, look, if you want me to look at your website and assess it and tell you what you can do better, fill out the form. We got hundreds of applicants and people putting in their names. So instead of trying to go through each of them one at a time and taking the next year to do so, I'm going to make this video and put them together. If you're interested in more of a deep dive, like a solid 20, 30-minute session talking about your search engine optimization, your Google ranking, and the kind of more the back end things, in the description of this video, I'm going to put a link. It's going to be a link to a call with my team. It's completely free, and we'll go over more in depth what exactly you can do in your business. So whether you are you're in the video, and I'm actually showing your website today at a high level, or if you did not submit your website for review, you can go to that link and we will book a call with you, and we're happy to build the site for you, or at least talk about the strategies that we see as advantage ways that you can capitalize on your specific website. So again, I could take an hour, and I have had the thought of, hey, maybe I do an hour-long presentation of how to make your website better and convert better, etc. I could do that, but there's a lot of other how to build website type situation content out there. I want to actually just show you, and over the course of repetition, you see the patterns of what successful home service businesses websites look like and my recommendations. By the end of this video, it's going to be a long one, next couple hours. I think that you're going to see the trend of the top 5, 10 things that I am going to see consistently across underperforming websites, and you'll be able to implement that in your own business, in your own website, and hopefully drive more leads and customers to your business. Again, we do this all the time for hundreds of businesses. I'm not guessing. We do this at homeservicewebdesign.com. You can go there and see sites that we built. So you're like, well, you're always picking on people's websites because you're seeing this video. But if you actually want to see websites that are done right and the way that we design them, go to webdesign.com. And the subscription that we pay, there's not an initial fee. There's no contract. You could literally cancel if you don't like us after 4 or 5 months, whatever it is, you can just cancel. We don't have people cancel because they get more leads. They get more customers. They start to rank well on Google, and their design looks fantastic. They're able to charge more. They're able to have a higher perceived value from customers, and they make more money. And so it's a flat $4.99, $500 per month that we charge. And there is no initial fee, there is no contract, and that includes us updating your website regularly. And that's why I am a big fan of having a web designer that will update your website on an ongoing basis, because you need season-specific services and season-specific offers. And so if you're showing off, for example, spring cleanups, and it's in the middle of winter, we have a problem. If you're in the middle of winter, we might be wanting to think about something like snow plowing or Christmas lights or some other service. So we want to make sure we are constantly updating the website, not only from a design perspective in terms of banners, pictures, and the content and media that we're showing customers to be season specific, but also for the sake of Google, because they're always changing their algorithm. We need to be updating their SEO, updating which cities in your service areas, etc. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to start just going right through this list. Again, these are going to be for home services that are not green industry related. If you want to see lawn care, landscaping, check out my other channel, How to Start a Lawn Care Business. There's going to be another video there. So our first one is from Restoration Pro Wash. So we're just going to jump in, and I'm going to give a few minutes on each of these. All right. So one thing is, I like the fact that these are clickable, the email as well as the phone number. So if you're on a mobile device, it would be easy to be able to click on this and start emailing them or potentially calling them. It'd be nice if this was clickable, the address here. I don't think it's super necessary to have all of this right at the top. This takes a lot of attention simply because it's at the very top of the page, and those red little icons really take the customer's eye to them. Really what you're thinking about is like, what is the customer trying to do? And that is right here, get a free quote. And so notice how I had to scroll down just a little bit to see this. Ideally above the fold means that form is shown a little bit higher. So I really like your local pressure washing and soft washing experts. I like that. I would like the form to be a little bit higher. Ideally, when I click on this, it would, instead of having it go to a contact us page, I would prefer this form right here. You can condense this down from a design perspective and just put the form directly here. So right in this space, like see all this dead space right here? You could put the entire form right here, and the customer doesn't have to leave the page. Very helpful because customers don't know where it's going when they click on this. And it can be a little bit disconcerting for them. Like, I don't know where I want to click on this. Have the form, they can fill it out right away. Also, I don't know what your service area is. The first thing I'm thinking about as a customer as I'm coming to your page is, number one, do they do my services? So yes, pressure washing and soft washing, fantastic. But do they service me? Now I see local and I see Woodstock, Georgia. So I'm going to assume, and I could see the 770 zip code or area code. I would assume that this is their service area, but I don't know for sure. And that's what I would recommend from a customer's perspective, their thought process. I'm trying to think about how do we make it very clear to them what service we offer and then what our service areas are. So they can be like, oh, this is for me. So I like these pictures. I think some of these could, like this one's before and after. Okay, good. Ideally, you're showing your brand a little bit more. I really think that the before and afters are strong here. But what I would say is I'm really trying to see your logo and your branding. And if you get your crew on these pictures or your truck parked along these driveways or walkways or in front of like it shows your brand. Otherwise, these images could literally be off of any single, Google Images, for example, or whatever. I'd also look at just your overall spacing. See how the spacing here on like concrete clean and house wash is about equal, but then with roof wash, because it's a rectangular image, this aligns upwards. Making these all straight across the board would be easier on the eyes for the customer. I saw a similar thing down here, like with all these different frames that you're using, left and right, and different like squares, etc. It can be a little bit hard on the customer's eyes. Even these color palettes. This kind of matches your logo. I'm not completely opposed to that. I love the fact that you have this Google schema that pulls in your Google reviews. Makes it much more believable than just pasting random people's names with text of what they've said. One thing I saw, good, yeah, very good. So you have a separate URL for every single service. So restorationwash.com/housewash. I would assume then /roof. This is fantastic. This is really good from an SEO, search engine optimization perspective. So very, very good. All right, let's go ahead and move to the next one. Let's see here. That was a pro wash company. Okay, I think the next one is a soft wash company. So this next one is also in the soft wash universe industry, and it is aurorasoftwash.com. Looks like we're out in Texas. So a couple things that I like right off the rip. First off, inside of the tab or in the page title, I have Allen, Texas. So I'm assuming that's our service area. Now as a customer, I see it right here, Allen, Texas and surrounding communities. Fantastic. Also, I see their truck. Now, I do think thinking about your design here would be important because your text in this button is covering up the one thing you want them to see, which is your truck. So I would ideally try to get this image moved up or below so that we can see the full truck. Because I really like the fact that you've included your brand in the images and not just some random, stock images or Google images. So that's fantastic. I like that in terms of SEO. Let's go ahead and see here. Residential. So something with your fonts, when you're clicking on a font, it goes the same color. So this purple, it kind of readjusting on residential when I went here. I can't see it. Might just want to look at your coloring a little bit. When it comes to here, I like the fact that you have the get estimate right here, right at the top. That's where customers are coming to your website for, so it's like easy for them to be able to find what exactly they're looking for. Let me see if you do have... Okay, so all of your services are coming to either /residential or /commercial. I would try to make a different web page for each home service with a different URL that's going to match the keyword that customers are looking for on Google. Okay, so basically all these are pressure washing. These are exterior cleaning. Okay, so it's really a service. Oh, you're showing all your services on this homepage. Okay, all right. Get a free quote would probably go to your contact page. Okay. Okay, that's good. This is here. Okay, good. Yeah, overall, very good. I think just mostly from a design perspective, like I would really love if this text was brought up to the top, this form was brought up just a tiny bit, and then this became a video. One of the best things I can recommend to almost every person with their website is get a DJI Osmo Pro. I'll actually look it up for you. DJI Osmo Pro. Let's just do Amazon. It's DJI 4. That's the one I want. If you get this bad boy, Osmo Action 4. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, I want the gimbal. What am I calling it? I'm calling it the wrong thing. Oh, the OM4. Here we go. There we go. This is what you need. This is literally 79 bucks. This gimbal will make your videos look so much better. Like it'll take you from a 7 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10 in terms of quality. Because these videos behind on your website, you're going to compress them significantly so that they don't take a whole bunch of space and cause the page to take forever to load. But if it can be really nice and fluid, like this will make it look like you had a TV production company following you around. So highly recommend this. It's 80 bucks for crying out loud. It'll take your videos, make them look super professional. And even if you just bought it for the video that you're going to put behind here, I'd highly recommend it. It really separates you from everyone else. It gets people to stop and actually look and see your trucks actually doing the work. Some videos of you doing soft washing, doing all the services that you actually talk about in here. Every 2 to 3 seconds, you switching out the video, what's being shown on the video. Super beneficial and separates you massively. So those would be a couple takeaways I would have for that company. All right, the next one looks like we got a realty service. This might be like a real estate company. Let's find out. This is called Future Realty Services. Let's see what we got. Might be a camera company actually. Like a what's it called? Interior scanning. Oh yeah, your trusted 3D capture and design partner. Okay, very cool. All right, see this video in behind? That's very cool, especially given the fact that you are selling video services. I like that. I would probably cut to different pieces of real estate. This is scanning one specific site. Keep in mind that this is going to alienate a large population that is not looking at this type of real estate. They might be looking at residential. They might be looking at single family. They might be looking at multifamily. They might be looking at commercial. So I would recommend trying to like switch this video up to like at least encompass every 3-4 seconds a different type of real estate, so you encompass all of them. Or if 90% of your customers are coming from, say, commercial, just focus on that. Yeah, so I think, like, again, I would have a form here. I'd have some sort of form trying to gather the other customer's information. I can see you switch to a different property here. That's awesome. I would just switch this up faster. And I would also try to talk to the customer in terms of, like, these are the services you offer, but who do you serve it? Like, who are you serving? It might even be good from a website perspective to break this in terms of, like, real estate professionals, property managers, developers, home buyers. Like, segment this a little bit based upon who your target customer is. Like, if you're only selling it to people who are selling houses, I would make that very clear. Like, your trusted 3D capture and design partner doesn't encapsulate what you do very well. Like, if you are trying to sell property, like if you are used all the time to sell properties, I would focus on that. Like, we 3D capture and present your real estate in the best light to be able to get a buyer. Like focus on what your actual benefit to customers are. It would be my suggestion. Like, these are your services, but who are you serving? What do you actually do for them? And ultimately, I would imagine most of the time you are selling real estate. And there might be some other little things here, but I'm still not sure what you do, to be honest with you. I know what service you provide, but I don't know who you service. Like, drones can be used in so many different ways. So you're obviously capturing video, so for inspection and marketing purposes. Okay, so that's something very different. Okay, then you got modeling and drafting. So I'm just a little confused in terms of who are you trying to serve? And I would make that very clear in one line. Like, who are you trying to serve? So if you look at, like, any of my websites, for example, let's just do Copilot CRM just for the sake. Right up front, the CRM for home service entrepreneurs. Oh, I get it. This is a CRM for home service entrepreneurs. When it comes to your website, you want to be talking about who do you serve, what do you do for them, and where do you serve them? And so, given this, I don't know if you even serve my area, and your service area isn't anywhere here or up top. Like, do you service the entire country and then you sub it out? Making that really clear, in my opinion, would be really, really helpful to customers that first come to your site, because really you only have a few seconds to really hook someone in once they get to your website. And if they're, like, confused, or they don't know what's going on, or what services you provide, or whether or not you service them in their service area, it's going to lead to a lot of bounce back and less conversion into actual leads. All right, next one's Perpetual Remodeling. All right. I love the fact the form's over here. Love that. Revamp your space with expert craftsmanship. Discover Untitled Remodeling finesse, where every detail is tailored to perfection, enhancing your home's value. Okay, cool. So I want to be really clear. One thing on this one is there's only one thing that tells me you are a residential remodel, and that's this one word, homes. I would say, instead of your space, if you're targeting homes, I would probably turn that into homes, like, to make it very clear this is your house. And it looks to me like this is mostly residential. You're not doing a ton of commercial stuff, so I think it'd be safe to really say revamp your living space with expert craftsmanship. If you did a video, you'd want to highlight all the home aspect, because, like, again, when I'm talking remodeling, this could be commercial, this could be going after industrial, etc. There's a lot of words here. I think from just a design perspective, I would think about, okay, you got one banner here for a special offer. Let's see what that is. Okay, then we have your contact information. Then we have your actual banners and your menus. Then we have all this text over here. This is a lot of text, and, like, this is text driven. So I would really think about using words like unparalleled remodeling finesse. I don't know if that's going to actually deliver on what you're providing. Those are fancy words, but I think you could really say revamp your space with expert craftsmanship, servicing homeowners in Katy, Texas. Like, I would really try to condense this. I think a lot of this stuff up top too could be at the bottom. Like if you had a call now button with this number, that'd be fine. The special offer, I don't know if that's worth putting at the very top of your website, taking up that valuable space. Reaching out to us, I would assume is going to take you to a contact us page. That's going to be the form anyways. I really want the form to be used as much as possible, or have a call us page or a call us tab or button would be fine. But I really think your advantage here would be a great video in the background, because you're going to have so many cool spaces. It gets people inspired, especially when it comes to design, anything gets creative like that. Some more pictures. This is what I'm about to say. Love this. This is great. I would love to see some sort of like a process. Like, what is the process for design all the way through remodeling? There's a lot of information here. Oh, you know what? I think this is a one-page website. Let me think. Let me see here. Okay. Your homepage is super big, and I don't think you need to have it that big. So see all this information, it looks like to me, is on different pages. This homepage is very, very, very long. Yeah, I don't think this is required. And this doesn't really show a service. Whoa, what's happened here? Okay. Why are these here, though? Yeah, so I'm a little confused. Okay, so I don't even know what these buttons are until I clicked on them. There's a YouTube button, and that's a Google Maps button. So might want to have those be icons or some sort of buttons. But this page is extremely long, and it literally felt like you took an entire website and put it on your homepage. I would try to keep this to like your review schema from Google Reviews. I'd keep it very driven by the pictures. I think what would be really helpful is like a diagram of like the process. So for example, I'll just use us for example, Augusta Lights. When you go to our site, we have step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. I think something like this for your design process and how you do that with interior design would be super helpful. Highly recommended in terms of making. I was like, why is that font weird? There you go. But yeah, something like this would be super cool. Make it graphics driven, using pictures. That's what your homepage you want it to be. Like, draw people in. If they're interested in other stuff, they'll click on stuff. I think you're gonna slow your site down massively by having this big of a page, as well as like things like this are little code snippets that are being put on your site that, number one, are going to create user frustration because they don't know what these do until they click on them, and secondly, it's going to just slow your site dramatically, and that hurts your Google ranking. So I'd be looking out for a couple of those things. Yeah, a lot of times, like in terms of having a long email address like this, just have a button that says email us, and behind it put the URL of what your email is. Yeah, they're missing some logos or something there, but okay. Yeah, so on that one, I think the long and short of that one is like try to make your site, your homepage, a little bit smaller in terms of not as long. All right, next one is from Lift Away Junk Removal. Let's see what we got here. All right, so we got junk removal, Lift Away. Ooh, I like this. Red, black, and white. Okay, so strong brand. Love it. I love the fact that you have a web chat going on. Let's go. Serving Northern New Jersey. This is great. This is awesome. Okay, so the only thing I can think of, like right off the rip here, is I would love to see an area for me to be able to start filling out my information, because that's as a customer, that's what I'm expecting, instead of having to go click book now. Some people, they don't know the price yet, so they don't know exactly where they're going to be going here. So this is great. I love the fact that you do instant like scheduling. They can immediately get on your schedule. That's awesome. What I would recommend is doing some sort of a form here. What you could do is gather information, collect the lead, and then at the end of getting the lead, it directs them to the booking section. So that way you have their lead information. So that way anyone that is like, there's gonna be people that don't want to go directly to booking with you, but they'd be happy to be able to fill out their information. So they'd fill out their information. Then at the end of that, you would direct them to your to the Booking Now page, and it's like the natural progression. It's like, hey, fill out your information, book your schedule, is book your service. And if they don't book their service, you have their contact information. So I would consider that as like a form thing. They click submit, and then it takes them right to the book now, since that seems like what you're trying to push people towards. I love the fact that you show your crew, you show your trucks, your brand in the image. This is like a case study for just how important this is. I would say, good. You have a different URL for each of these services. You get instant quote over the phone, same day only. It takes you right to your book now. Okay, this is good. It's the only thing I can really see. I see this is a textbook case of exactly what to do for your pictures. All right, it's showing your crew, your brand. This is not a bunch of copy and paste from the internet. This is fantastic. I absolutely love it. One thing is, no, this is good. Lift away junk removal. You have your service area there. I think the form would be super helpful. I think you'll increase the number of leads. The number of people booking with you might go down a little bit because not everyone that gives you information will book. But I do think right now customers coming to your site are going to be like, wait, I don't want to go booking now yet. Like, I want to know, like, what's the price going to be? Well, then you have your pricing page. So from here, I really like this. There's a lot of text. I think we could simplify that a little bit. But this is good. This is great. I love this. Our pricing brackets. Yep. Okay. So what are your prices, though? I don't think you give them any numbers. Let's see here. Half a load. Because you don't actually give pricing on this page. You do it based on volume-based pricing. That's great. I think you could simplify this a lot in terms of, like, this is a little bit hard to read for customers. This graphic is great. This stuff, I just like the text. There's a lot of text right here. I don't think this is the most important part here. When people come to this page, having something like this, I don't know. Like, if you have a charge per truck, I would probably show it here, to be honest. Maybe you don't for competitive reasons, but if someone's coming here for pricing, they're not really caring about the size of your truck. They're caring about how much does it cost me to haul all this stuff away from, like, in the truck. So I would consider putting your price per truck if that's flexible or it's very malleable. I understand that. But just be careful with, like, doing something like pricing and then having a whole bunch of text here that they have to read or understand. This would probably be what I'd put first, because it's very visual. It's like, oh, one of their trucks is equal to 7 of my pickup trucks. That's a fantastic deal. Oh, one of their trucks is $300. Oh, that's not bad. That's only like $50 per truck per pickup load. That's not bad at all. Like, that's enough for me to know on pricing page. I don't need to know all this other stuff. Now you are asking or giving them a quote. So that pushes me further to even say, like, definitely have a form on your website, like right here. People are much more liberal with giving their contact information than clicking book now and actually scheduling service. So there's a lot less people will click on the book now button. I would test this, split test it, and put the form here. Move your service areas over, put the form here, and I think you can make this work. I love the pictures, though. You absolutely nailed it in that regard. The pictures are exactly what every home service business should have, and that is customized photos using your crew, your trucks, your equipment, and your brand. All right, this is ultralit.ca. Safer, simpler, smarter. Your all-in-one solution for permanent outdoor lighting. All right, so this is permanent outdoor lighting. This is not Christmas lights. So fast quote, easy scheduling, sit back and relax. I would love to see some more pictures in here. Click or hover to see the button information. Okay, this is tricky. Okay. All right, this plugin on your site, I have to look at the source code. A lot of times, not saying this one specifically, a lot of times that will slow down your site a lot. So be very careful about plugins like that. Also, these images, let me just see how big this is. Be careful about large images such as this, because it can really slow down the site if these are 2-3 megabits in size. So this one's a web page. That's fine. Yeah, this is cool. I love these. These are super cool. The sliders, color, white. That's super cool. It's the advantage of doing the permanent lighting. Love it. Let's see here. Is anything about pricing? I could get a quote. Yeah, so some sort of pricing would be super cool. I would love, like, if you look at, obviously, Augusta Lights, we have approximate ranges of prices for Christmas lights, I'd recommend that. And then again, get a quote going to a different form. I'm not as much of a fan. I like having the form on the homepage because that's the reason the customers are coming to your site. And so making it super easy for them to find exactly what they're looking for, especially if you're requiring them to get a quote, is helpful. I would, if you're going to do how it works, keep these texts as low as possible, like 2 sentences tops. I would try to improve your schema here, which is the code you're using for bringing these Google reviews. I don't know, like it's not showing any. Like it doesn't look clean. It also looks like it's not from Google. I gotta have some Google schema on this, Google logos. They could click on it and be able to go directly to Google. These are from you, and that's great. But the customer immediately doubts this because they can't click on this and go to Google. I would highly recommend trying to directly link that with Google. I do think this video behind here is super cool. I think if you swapped it up like every 2 or 3 seconds, it'd add even more flavor so people can see the different options. I would also be wondering, like right here, I do not know where you service. I don't know where you service. I know from the .ca that you're in Canada, but let's try to figure out where you service. Okay, you're in Alberta. So you're around Foothills, Alberta. So I'm guessing that's your service area, but make that very clear right when the customer comes here. So like if you're going to say these exact words, which that's debatable whether or not you should, but if you're going to say your all-in-one solution for permanent outdoor lighting, I would say something like Foothills, Alberta's all-in-one solution. Like make this custom, unless you're servicing the whole country. You want it to be very specific to your area. Otherwise, there's no, like customers, if they're confused, they will leave your site, and your click-through rate, your conversion rate into a lead will be far lower. All right, let's keep moving along. We got another Christmas lights action happening here. All right, this one's Deck the Halls. Deck the Halls, ChristmasLights.com. Oh, we got a video. This is what we're talking about. See, this is so much more engaging. Even me just clicking on this, everyone here was so much more engaged with this video. It's beautiful. Now, my concern is that all I can see right now is the video. But the video is engaging, so I'm going to give you a huge credit for that. Let's go. Okay, points. Oh no. This is a great video. The site needs a little work, okay? Let me just refresh to make sure that's not just caching. Okay. Yeah, like all of your fonts are different than your logo, and then your logo isn't positioned correctly. Yeah, so you don't have a mobile-friendly site. So highly, highly recommend making sure your site is mobile friendly and it scales to the width of the page. Like I can't see that your license is shared because of it. Like, so this is probably built on like JavaScript or something crazy, very old or something like that. But highly recommend. Yeah. Oh, this is out of Middle Tennessee. Okay. So I just found out the service area. I got the contact info at the bottom. A free estimate. Let's see if that's where I go. So there's my form. I'd love to see that on the homepage. Yeah, just different fonts all over the place. This is a different font than this one. That's a different font from this one. That's a different font from this one. This green color kind of sprang up on me. So yeah, obviously there's service areas, and you're like, oh, they just need to go to the service areas, and then they see where I service in Tennessee. Wait a second, I thought it was someplace else. Oh no, okay, Tennessee. Okay, got it. Try to make this clickable if you can. But I would be making your form for getting estimates like at least right here. I wouldn't even mind if it's overlapping on top of the video. The video is just like literally a 9 out of 10 here. But the rest of the site just needs a little attention. I'm guessing this is a chat. Okay, cool. Yeah, great website, a great video. The site though is extremely slow. It's extremely laggy because the large video file size, as well as like the overall design is just very, very old. This could be a carousel, for example, just to save space. And like right now, when I load this page, I have to load all of these images versus it being on some sort of a gallery or like a carousel where it just loads one image at a time. Also notice in the title, all right, you can't see what I'm looking at right now. If I look at on a Chrome, right now what you're not seeing is me scrolling over the tab. If you do that, you can see what the title code is, like the title of the page. There's nothing to do with your service area in here. And I'd highly recommend making sure your service area is in here. So if I go over here, so this one says Middle and East Tennessee. That's good. It's in. I would want those words though, like right up top here. Like, where's your service area? Like, this is fine, but like, I would put this right dead center. I'd name off the 2 or 3 major cities around you so people know right off the get. But most importantly, like, you gotta redo this design so that it conforms to the size of and the width of the web page. So that's a low hanging fruit there. You can fix that pretty easily. All right, the next one we got is a pool company. Let's see what we got here. We got scottspools.net. Usually not a huge fan of .nets. .coms is, okay, why is this one the same way? Okay, so see, I'm at 100% zoomed in right here, but it's too wide of, like, it's not scaling. Let's see if yeah, it doesn't scale. So usually this means that you're not creating a mobile-friendly site where based upon the width of the website, it adjusts. So right now your logo is being cut off. Get a free quote is off the page over here. This is clickable. That's good. Find out more. Okay. Green pool cleanup, weekly pool service. Okay. Okay. There's just a lot here. There's a lot of text and stuff. So, okay. I don't think your logo needs to be here, assuming I can see your logo here. But the problem is I can't see your logo here. So, again, the main thing here is just making sure that the left and right justification on this website design is, like, there's so many elements you've done well. Like this schema for Google, great. I don't think you need to list this all. A lot of times this used to be an old SEO tactic. Put all the zip codes, put all the city names. This is a lot of wasted space in terms of customers. There's, like, you could do this in a third of the space if you really wanted to name them all off. I think that up top here, I think you said it already, didn't you? Oh, you didn't. So yeah, up here, if you just generalize the top 2 or 3 cities or county or east, state, whatever, up top here is what you want. Because you just need customers to know, oh, this is for me. The only way I would know that right now is the area code on the logo. Right here, 904. It's the only way I would know what your service area is. I want it very clear. So you probably do regular pool maintenance and repairs in XYZ cities or service area. That's what I'd be focusing on. I would try to eliminate all of this extra fluff from covering the image, and that image I would try to make sure it's custom to your business, not just a generalized picture that could be snagged off the internet. All right, the next one we got is a roofing company. We got Stone and Steel Roofing. Ooh, this looks nice. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, look at that photo. That's beautiful. Please change. Please change. Oh, I want another image. All right, so yeah, again, same here. Love the image. I just don't know if it's your work, and I don't know if it came from Google. If you parked your truck right here with your brand, the Stone and Steel Roofing, that'd be sick. I would know it's you. I would love to see this on a carousel or a video of you guys installing roofs. Oh, it'd be beautiful. Little gimbal action using the DJI Osmo, just a little quick action coming up over your truck, seeing this beautiful, like, this roof is gorgeous. My goodness. Okay, we got some design issues here. So you got text hiding behind this image. This image is floating, which tells me this is a very antiquated coded website. There's a lot of times, sometimes will happen if you get a customly coded website where they aren't using more modern forms of code, and that's like images that can float. So yeah, if I can see your brand inside of these, that'd be fantastic. Your truck, your equipment, your crew. This is great. Obviously, Yelp looks like you're really building off the back of Yelp, and that's where you're pushing people. This Contact Us page, I like this. This is spelled wrong. Consultation. Yeah. So look at your spelling here. I really like the fact that it's up here in terms of the form. The Hill Country, again, I assume locally everyone knows what that is. So you're probably fine. Just realize people outside of Hill Country have no idea what this is. I have no idea what Hill Country is. Like, I'm in the Pacific Northwest. We have mountains. Is that considered Hill Country? Don't know. Is Hill Country an actual city name? That might be true. Frederickson, Texas. So I would probably get a little more clear with your service area here. I would change the videos. I would and picture in the background here. I'd try to make sure it includes your crew, your trucks, your logos, your uniforms, your branding. I love this very out of the way form here. Really lean into that. I think I would redo this whole idea of the no pushy sales rep, just fast, friendly, professional service. I'd redesign this. Everything here is mobile friendly. Realize, folks, that like literally more than half of your website traffic, typically across the board, we see this at Home Service Web Design. Typically, most of your traffic is going to come from mobile devices. So if your site is not built for mobile devices, literally more than half of your traffic is seeing a subpar representation of your brand. Again, if you want us to take a look more deeply at your specific business and do an actual call with you and go over things, go to homeservicewebdesign.com and we can help you out. I love this video. Okay, it's all about his truck. Your truck is your brand. Remember, people come to you from your website because they usually have seen your truck or equipment or your crew. And so there's a 3-step process. First, they have to find you. That's usually them seeing your truck, your equipment, your crew, your uniforms. Then they got to recognize you. And that's when they come to your website, then you're like, oh, that's the same truck I saw in the wild. So like, this is beautiful. I love the logo. I love the mascot. This is fantastic. Okay, this is just an epic video. I'm telling you, this is fantastic. Oh yeah, this is where it's at, folks. So this is a great video for everyone. I would say, again, if I could recommend one thing on this video, is to get the little gimbal thing. It costs you literally $80, and it's going to make this video seem 10 times more professional. Although this is awesome. Every 1, 2, 3 seconds, you got things switching out. You got different videos being shown here. Is exactly what they do. Now, a couple things I would say is, I don't know what their service area is. Again, only besides the 708 in the top right-hand corner. I don't know what that is. Also, this links to something weird. Don't know what. It's not linking correctly to your phone number to call. But this video is fantastic. I would just want to see what your service area is. So let's try to find out where you serve. Whoa. That was a lot of text. Okay, this is an old coded site. Okay. So this is why I do believe it's important to constantly have updates to your site. So see here, like all this dead space. Okay, man, this is so. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, this was built a long time ago, I think. Okay, this is in Hickory, Illinois. Okay, so I just found out that they're in Illinois, and I found out all their service areas at the bottom of their homepage. What most customers are not going to do is scroll all the way to the bottom. They need to know up top that you're servicing a certain part of Illinois. I would do that right inside. Expert heating, cooling, and air duct cleaning services for a comfortable home. Your comfort is our mission. Expert cleaning. So this is a replicate of this. I don't think you need to say these things twice. I would change this to your service areas. I like this free estimate thing. This flying text thing, they just really, I don't know if I'm a fan. Those sort of, let's see here again. Let's see what you did. This might be an image. That's what I'm concerned about. Is this an image? No, it is text. Okay. Yeah, I think some just modernization of this site would be great. It has so many good elements. But oh yeah, this is fantastic. I love the fact that your truck, you put front and center of all of this, around this rooster idea. This is great. Your homepage gets pretty long. You're starting to put like a bunch of service-related things on your homepage. This is just not required these days. What are these linking to? Okay, so you're creating a different one of these for every single city. I don't know about this. Okay. So you're doing a different web for every, to duct cleaning, dryer vent cleaning. Okay. I see what you're doing here. You're trying to get all the links in. This is just an antiquated way of doing SEO. We are doing a bunch of city names and things like this. This used to work. But Google is smart about this stuff. They much more looking at your design, how fast the site loads. This long of a page is going to slow you down a little bit. And I think if the energy that you put into doing all those links and stuff was put on some of the design elements, making this page load faster, making sure that it's mobile friendly, focusing on your service area stuff, I think that would probably serve you better. Google's picking up on this stuff a lot, because back in the day you could just put like a white background, do white text, and put like all your city names and zip codes and all the rest of it, and it'd help. Now it's not moving the needle. So I'd reconsider that design choice, and then just trying to make your first page a little bit lighter, and then connecting out to these other ones. Okay, so this looks like, oh, what's this? Okay, so this looks like a different design. I just try to create some cohesion between all the different service pages. I like that you have a different service page for each type of service, but like these look like different sites, honestly. I would really just try to create some cohesion between all these brands. Okay, that's funny. That's AI generated. Let's go. Duct Heroes. Okay, wait a minute here. Wait a minute. Is it a different brand? Let's see here, 1 second. Oh, I see there's a YouTube video you're playing in the background. Got it. That's why I see that copy link thing shows up. Okay. All right, folks. That makes a little more sense. Let me see here, though. Okay, ductheroes.com. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think just this literally is an awesome, has so much things I love about it. I just think a lot of it could be improved with just some design elements, and being brought together a little more cohesive between these different. These almost feel like different brands to me, because they just like the site looks so different in terms of the overall design. But hey, honestly, that video is so good. I think I literally give you a pass because it's that good. It's just that good. So if everyone could take notes of this one and then that junk removals pictures, we'd be in a good spot. All right, Greyhound, Handyman, and Lawn Care. All right, so we got Handyman services and you do lawn care services. Okay, Handyman services in the Hamilton region. All right. Get rid of this cookie thing. Oh no. Get rid of the cookies. But it's hidden behind an accessibility thing. Yeah. Anyways, all right. The reason the accessibility thing is important, technically, I've seen several people get sued simply because people can't like read their website. It's crazy, but it happens, especially if you get larger. Okay, so this would be kind of like stage one of building a website. I feel like this is kind of like a business card online. Has your contact information, but this is definitely something that has a huge potential to get much better design, whether it be pictures of you with you doing the work. Looks like you might have some of that here in projects. This is great. See, this is nice. Oh, I love that. Something like that, man, is what you want to show on the front homepage. Yeah, these are great images. These slider back and forth for handyman, remodels. Yeah, he took off that wallpaper. Ooh, I want to see a deck done. Oh yeah, beautiful. This is great. See, these are awesome. Okay, little painting action. Yeah, I love these sliders. I'm addicted to these sliders. This might make this page load pretty slow. I'd be careful about that. Because you have so many images on one page. I might try to make this where it kind of like loads as you go down. I'm a little confused on the logo. I think that's a dog. I'd try to make it a little bit more clear. I'd make this logo bigger, like fill this whole space up, make it a little more clear what the logo is. Outdoor solutions, I'd try to make a separate web page, so like greyhoundhandyman.com/ and then like the 4 or 5 top things they do, like bathroom remodels, deck building, whatever you're doing the most of, because like all of these things that you mentioned here should have a different service page, or at least grouped into 3 or 4, because into the keywords that people are actually searching for. So it looks to me that it looks like you're probably doing remodels, decks, and then landscaping jobs. So trying to make that clear on the image here, but using your brand. If you have a truck that's decaled and wrapped, or uniform, etc. Try to put that here on that website up right front. It's going to separate you from, you and other 500 handymen that are also trucking a trucks. Totally fine if you're trucking a truck. Just come across more professional so that the premium customer will come to you, and they'll have a higher likelihood of paying a premium price simply because you stand out from everyone else. All right, let's do a few more. We got Grand. What's this? Grand Strand? I can't read this. Sorry. Let's copy it in here. Got Grand Strand Forestry Mulching. Whoa. Okay. All right. So a lot of this is just color and font choice. It's hard to read that blue. I love the image, but it's just hard to read. All this text on this like grayish background. It looks like you have a big image in the background. Yeah, that's what it is, and it scrolls up like that. So that's going to slow your site down most of the time because this image is huge behind here, and then you just have text scrolling in front of it. Lots of text. Whoa, lots of text. Okay, so I would really, really break that down. I know you're trying to use keywords, but you could break that down into like different pages. So the About Us page, whoa, there's a lot of text. Try to condense this. Even if you copied and pasted this into ChatGPT, you literally could put this in ChatGPT, say, hey, summarize this in half as many words, and it would do a great job. Like, what is forestry mulching? Could be probably explained in 2 sentences. We don't need to have all of this other stuff. In terms of a customer, customers just, they just want to know how much is this going to cost? Can you take care of it? Will you do a good job? And they want proof of that on your website. So there's your service areas. But again, I had to get to the About Us page. I don't know what your services areas are up front. I'm not going to read all of this text. So I'm going to keep scrolling. And then I'm like, oh, this is where. So you get different fonts. This is technically, different fonts, different sizes. Just some continuity here is good. For everyone, I'd recommend getting like what's called a brand book. Or like, here's the fonts. Here's the colors that we use. Here's our logo. This is just a lot of information, a lot of which does not need to be included. Or it has been included multiple times already, like the phone, the email, the contact, all of us. Look at all this dead space here because you have 3 columns and you filled one of them way up, but like most of that information is down here. So I like the idea of having the form up top instead of they literally have to scroll all the way to the bottom here, click contact us. Oh, it just goes here. Oh, it opens up an email. Okay. I think a form would be super beneficial on this site as well, just to be able to actually gather the leads. Remember, customers are coming to the website to be able to get pricing. They're coming to your website to get a problem solved, and so the faster we can do that, the better. And they're inherently taught that they come to the site and they're looking to submit an estimate request form. All right, we are going to Coastal Pools, coastalpools.ca. Okay, this one's looking good. Don't know if I like the menu like that. Let me see if that changes. There we go. Let's go. All right, good. So right off the bat, I know that they have done a mobile design because as the page got smaller in width, it automatically changed what my page looks like. So that's great. That's a huge win. That's what you always want to be building sites as. Mobile friendly, mobile responsive. All right, so request a quote's big. I like that. It'd be nice if we had a form up top here as well. It'd be nice to see this logo branding in these images, the videos, instead of just like these are very generic photos. You'll see your branding, which separates you apart. What customers are going to see in the wild would be super valuable. I'm still not sure where you service. 1 second. Yeah, I still don't know where you service. So there's no service area. Yes, I still don't know where you service, so let's try to find that out. Let's do contact, see if that's in there. Oh, it might be on the About Us page. Let's check that out. Oh, we got a logo. Oh, it's in Ontario, Canada. Okay, all right. So, again, took me a while to figure out that you service London and St. Thomas. I want that right when I come to this page. Refresh in your pool paradise. Just do what services design and build or maintenance or whatever for pools in London and St. Thomas, Ontario, or whatever it is. That would be my recommendation. And then just really customizing your media, your pictures, your video to be more centralized around your brand instead of just random random pictures that could be taken off the internet. Okay, this next one, I'm not sure what this is. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna make sure this is like a legit email or a website. This email is or website is a little strange. Okay, this is a mobile car valeting. Ooh, what do we got here? This is in the UK. Okay. Cool. I love this video. Love the video. This is like satisfying to watch. Try to include things about your service. So, like, so show your truck, your van, whatever you're using to do this mobile decaling or detailing with. This is great. Love this, but just like try to include half of these images to be you, the cleaning. It's not about the car. The car is like whatever. This is more about what you just showed at the beginning, which is like all of your tools and you like pulling out the hose, showing your truck, your van, your uniform. That would be super cool. I love the fact that you got some pricing ranges on here. Love that. See, this is cool, showing a little bit more of you. If you could get some, like a cool uniform and then like your truck, if it was wrapped, try to include that as much as possible because that way people can recognize you when they come to your site. Also, you serve London. That's probably, I'm assuming you kind of serve all of London, which is great. But this is good. I think having a form would be helpful here too, just for people to like, if they wanted to immediately give you information. Your services here. A lot of these pages taking a long time to load. And it's in part because you do have a lot of very high quality images. You'll want to reduce those image sizes so the page loads faster. Google will hurt you and penalize you for that long load time. I really like the fact that you have the cost kind of ranges in here. Makes it really simple and easy. It might be worth trying to think about the images being more reflective of the packages instead of just random cars. Interior deep clean, I like that. Full valet. It'd be cool if you somehow branded this with even like the package names being something about Sapoo. Sapoo, yeah, Sapoo. I see what you did here. Okay, valeting. So yeah, one thing, you're building this on an infrastructure that uses a strange URL situation. That's like, even me coming to this site, I was like, ooh, this is strange. Instead of using these numbers inside the URL, I'd be trying to get these numbers to be turned into, slash valet or whatever. Yeah, slash valeting, like your services. So because that's the keyword people are going to be searching for. They're going to be searching London valet. That's what they're going to be looking for. They're not going to be looking for 1166056. Like from an SEO keywords perspective, I'd be really inclined to try to get that changed. From a URL perspective, up top in the web page. I think across the board in all your web pages. Oh, this one's about us. This is cool. Love this. 3 years extensive experience, concierge, great. Yeah, this honestly, man, you did a great job on the site. I think you could tie it up with just a little tiny bit. I'd love to see more of you doing the work and your brand. Like, what's the brand here? That Sapoo logo is beautiful. You put a light blue van with that white Sapoo car care on the side. That looks super premium. And every 2 or 3 shots in this video is going to that truck, you're in that uniform, that light blue shirt with the logo, and create some brand awareness, like some brand affinity here would be great. I would like to, I kind of like what you did here. Sometimes people, if they're new to car care, they don't know what the steps are. It's like, so do you come to me? Do I come to you? How does this kind of work? So having like a step 1, step 2, step 3 would be super cool, I think. The book now, if you're pushing people to that, let's see what this looks like. Okay, so you actually have an automated booking thing. Okay, so I want to do mini valet. Then you put your address in. Great, cool. So I really like that. I would do, if I was you, is I would make a form. They'd fill out their information, so I get the lead, and then it would push them to book now, and it would go to that page. But I'd have their information regardless of whether or not they actually booked, so I can keep them in my database and constantly be marketing to them. But yeah, overall, great job, dude. Let's go. All right, next one let's do 3 more. Let's do 3 more. Metal and oak designs. That's what we're doing today, folks. What's this? Metalandoak.com. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's some heavy images on this this web page. Yeah, it's just taking a long look. So I'm assuming these are very high quality images, just based upon the, yeah, and see it's a long website. Yeah, see, you want to be careful with this. This is going to take a very long time to load the web page. I'm assuming sometimes this happens when you do a website builder and it allows you to build the entire website on one page, and then up top, all it does is like scroll down to them, like tables. Oh, so you do have different web pages. See, but yeah, see what I would probably do if I was you. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What do we got here? Where's my home? How do I go home? Oh, okay. Like what I would probably do is I would probably take your home page, and I would try to block it down into different web pages. Instead of trying to do like the media wall with cabinets, for example, like I would make that different, like a services page or like a projects page. So now you have a home improvement contract, and then you have a contact us, then you have testimonials. Like this could be condensed, and all these images are slowing down the site dramatically. It'll really, really hurt your search engine optimization and Google ranking. And then furthermore, I don't know what you do right off the get. I'm guessing home interior if I was right here, but like I would put like home interior design serving and like what areas, again, what service area. Like people need to know what you do and who do you serve. They need to know those questions. They need answers to those questions as fast as possible. Otherwise, they will lose time. They will get lost in your website. They won't submit estimate request forms, and ultimately it'll lead to less customers. All right, next one's coming in from betterliners.com. Looking good. All right, so I'm guessing these are pool liners. Guessing. We are dedicated to enhancing your pool experience with our premium pool covers and pool liners. Okay. Deal with aesthetically pleasing pool solutions that make home pool ownership a joy rather than a chore. Okay, great. Cool, cool, cool. All right, I see a pool. I see the word liners. I assume I'm doing liners. Okay, and this is looks more like a product base. That's cool. Okay, so you sell products. Okay, ooh, I like this. Okay, very cool. Ooh, very nice. Okay, so we got ourselves some liners. You're selling these more of like a retail, a direct-to-consumer, I assume. And these are the liners for the pools. Okay, cool. Protect your pool with our liners and covers. Okay. Again, I got a lot going on in this homepage. I like this situation here. The little icon stuff, that's very cool. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got basically like 8 different chunks of content. I think this could be simplified a little bit, like in terms of words. Like the goal here is for them to shop now, and like that you provide liners. I would probably make it clear that they purchase liners from you. Yeah. Even if you took something like we sell premium pool covers and pool liners, that would probably be what I would go with. Even if it was like up here, like I want to make it very, very clear to customers what I do. If they don't know what I do, they will get lost. And so I would make it really, really clear to them right up at the get that we sell premium pool covers and pool liners. Shop now, baby. Let's go. This is cool, though. I see. I think you could probably make this drop down a little cleaner, just like even if you did a half one here, like 12 to 21, and then 24 to 33 was here, just so it didn't cover the whole page. Whenever a drop down covers a whole page like this, it's very hard to kind of like orient for customers sometimes. But this is great. Really, really good. I think it looks like this is direct to consumer. You probably don't want people really doing a form. You do have a chat here, which you could push people to that. It might be an idea, though, if you wanted to have a form. I know in Contact Us you have this. Like this, you could condense this and probably put it on the top of your page. You could even create like a quiz. Be like, don't know which pool liner is right for you, don't know which pool cover is right for you, and then just have like a series of questions that kind of like filters it down to tell them exactly what they need, and then they buy now. So like for example, if it was like, don't know which pool liner to buy, click here, take our quiz, boom. They take the quiz, and it's like, okay, what's the sizing? Is it oval? You know, what's the depth? Is it above ground? Is it below ground? Whatever. And then it tells them, hey, this is the one you'll buy. The likelihood of them buying that is far greater online if they've been customized. The buying experience has been customized, and they know that that's the service the product they're supposed to be getting. That's why people go in person to stores a lot of times, because they need someone to tell them what to buy. Okay, what do we got here? The best choice for your windows is a Wolf window cleaning. Okay, so, cleaning the Quad City area. I would make this much bigger. Clean the Quad City area. I'd make that much larger. I like the picture. I would love to see it with you washing the windows, though. Your brand, I'm guessing it's like a light blue colored. So like your trucks, your uniforms, you up there doing the windows. Again, get that little DJI gimbal. It'll be great. This is a very large form. You could condense this into about a fourth of the space just by a little bit of changing the UI UX and condensing this. It takes an entire page length, essentially. You can condense that. I think you could probably... I don't know if having this banner here is going to help you a whole lot. Yeah, this banner takes up kind of like your primary space. The Christmas lights, I would be careful about putting that as just regular text. It gets kind of lost here. Yeah, it's Christmas lighting. Yeah, this whole little tag is not clickable, and it just kind of covers the picture. It doesn't really do anything that you can't do with regular text. So I would probably get rid of this. I'd probably condense your form massively, like the size that it looks like right now before it expands. Wait, what's this? Why isn't it opening? Refresh the page. Okay, like this form could literally be a fourth, like this, a fourth of the size, and then it could basically be replacing this whole banner thing. The lighting situation, I would probably just put as a banner up top here, and then like a block of color, like say blue background with white text, instead of trying to make it where it's like integrated into the design. This can get very confusing for customers, because I need them to see is that we clean your windows and we service this area. That's all I need them to see. I would nix this button, I would nix this banner, I would nix this text, and I would replace it with a very, very scaled down form of this estimate request form. And then the video in the background showing you cleaning the windows. Like, this is great. If you're wearing that collar, like that, this would be great for video. This is a little hard to follow, the 1, 2, 3 going from like left to right and then back down. You might want some arrows, or even box these, create boxes around each of these 6 and then have like arrows between so they know that you're kind of following in this diagram. I don't think there's a real... I see what you're doing. Okay, 1 through 6. I would probably make this list format. There's no real reason to have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across this design. I'd probably just list these out if you're really trying to make like, here are the 6 reasons why to choose Wolf cleaning. I think the things that you want to focus on is like, this is grabby, forget the search. 7-day rain guarantee, also grabby. Every single window cleaning company is going to say attention to detail, 5-star service, etc. Like, I would lean into the things that make you different, like 7-day rain guarantee. So for example, like, again, I'll just use Copilot. In here, it's like, hey, this is what we do, and we guarantee you will grow revenue in your home service business. Like, that's what makes us different. I'd try to lean into that instead of what everyone else is saying. Like, they give attention to detail, they want customer satisfaction. Like, instead of saying, there's other ways to say this, right? So like 100% customer satisfaction guarantee, 5-star service, forget the search. All of that could literally be boiled down to, if you're not happy, we'll give you your money back, right? Like, same thing with attention to detail. Like, just tell them that if they don't like the service, this service will cost you nothing if you don't like it, right? Like, this is a win-win situation. You either get your money back, or you get your windows clean and you're extremely happy, right? So this design with like the image in the background, this is a floating image too. This will slow down your site a lot, so be careful. I would just take this entire chunk out. Lots of space, lots of dead space that can just kind of be condensed, because your homepage just don't want it to be super, super duper long. On your services page, I would, if you have residential window cleaning, pressure washing, I would make this a separate web page. I don't like that. wolfwindowcleaning.com/pressure washing. I would make a page for that. From an SEO perspective, it'll perform much better. These are great, like looking, like the way you have this in. I like the fade of blue to the darker blue. The fonts are nice. I just like all of this. Just make a different web page for each of them would be my recommendation. And then nix this whole bottom thing, this whole situation. Just take it out. So cool. All right, folks. Well, that is it for today. I appreciate everyone submitting their website. If you would like us to do a one-on-one with you, and Tori and the team here at Home Service Web Design can go over it with you. Again, if you're in the green industry, go to lawncarewebdesign.com. But if you are in any home service besides lawn care and landscaping, definitely check out homeservicewebdesign.com. See some sites that we've built that we think are really, really good. We are constantly updating them, improving them. They load fast. They are mobile responsive. The form is there. We always are asking what service areas and what services do we provide the customer so they're not confused, and we just are always trying to optimize for getting more leads. You have a fancy website, if it doesn't convert because Google never shows it because it takes too long to load, it has too big of images, like you got to first get them to your site, then you need them to actually convert into a lead. Getting them to your site is going to come in the form of search engine optimization, the page load speed, make sure you don't have pop-ups and things that slow down the site and Google doesn't like. And then the next part is once they are on your site, making sure the design is in a way where you get as many people to convert into paying customers. And so hopefully that was helpful. Again, instead of me doing an hour-long presentation, I figured I would do an hour's worth of just showing you what good looks like. And if you know what good looks like, you can do it yourself. Or again, reach out to us here at homeservicewebdesign.com. We'd love to help you and are happy to hop on a call with you too. The link is in the description, or just go to homeservicewebdesign.com. We'll see you guys.